Hi, my name is Shakita Lampkin. This is question one. What leadership qualities do you bring to this role, and how will those qualities support and enhance student learning outcomes in the Summer Learning Academy? So, one of my great qualities, I believe, is the act of being prepared. As soon as I am issued a task, I immediately get started on that task. One thing about me, I think it's very important to meet deadlines. So, waiting to the last minute, being stressed out, that is just not something I ever been comfortable with. So, I'm always working to get things done ahead of time. Another quality that I have is being prompt. It is very important for me that I arrive at places before the starting time. I like to give myself an opportunity to be able to come in, sit, woosah, have an opportunity to reflect, get other things in place that, may not have been as solid as I had wanted them to be. So being on time, whether it's meeting deadlines, whether it's getting to a destination, that is something that I am very good at. Another quality that I have is my communication skills. One thing about me, I am very direct. There's no gray area. If we are communicating, you're going to definitely understand what the task is and what the expectations are. But I'm also a person that listens well to be able to help find solutions to whatever issues that may arise. Another thing that I believe that's a great quality that I have is the act of being fair and consistent. We know that people pay attention to how you talk to other people, to how you treat people, to where you may maneuver in a certain situation. And I think the fact that I'm able to see everybody along the same scale allows an opportunity for people to be more willing and accepting to whatever decisions that are made. So, how will those qualities of mine enhance and support student learning outcomes in the Summer Learning Academy? We want our students to be prepared. If, as adults, we showing the importance of preparation and how our teachers are planning ahead of time so they can have a seamless instruction, then that's going to translate over as to how important it is for our students coming to school prepared with their materials, 100% focused, which also lead us into being prompt. We want our kids to show up on time. We want them to have the opportunity to be able to engage in bell to bell instruction with all the various different activities that we have during the day. That is very key. If the adults show up, the students will show up. Communication. Students are paying attention to the way we talk to each other, to how we talk to them. So if we're able to build in that positive environment to where people feel like they're being seen, they're being heard, then they're going to find ways to be able to communicate whatever it is that's going on with them, whether good or bad. Maybe they just had a bad morning, a rough start. But because of how we interact and how we communicate with our students, that provides a safe space for them to say, this morning just didn't go well. So now that's putting the the ownership back, the ownership of learning back onto our students because they feel and they are aware that they can communicate their needs to us. And I think that's very key. And even being fair. When students see that you're fair across the board, there's no back and forth. They're not going to argue with you. They're not going to hit you with, well, you let her do this, but you didn't. No, students are very observant. They pay attention to the adults, whether we know it or not, and they listen to everything that we communicate from our mouth. So when we're having that level of fairness across the board, guess what? That translates back into those students sitting in the classroom, even when it's uncomfortable, but they're still doing what it is that they're there to do, and that is to learn. So I think the my qualities of being prepared, being prompt, having the ability to communicate well, and being fair to everyone would definitely translate into our students' learning, because with all of those things in one bowl, it shows what is needed in order to be successful, what is needed in order to receive that respect. So I believe those qualities that I have can make a difference. And the icing on the cake is I'm great with instruction. So being able to provide that instructional support to our teachers as well as students is just the cherry on top.